Central Division for 2011. And let the party begin here at the Coliseum in Oakland, California. And for Jim Leyland and his staff, what a tremendous scene here in Oakland. And leave it to Valverde. 45 of 45 in save opportunities.
It's been a magical year. And first and foremost, you got to think about Justin Verlander. Then you've got Cabrera and Victor Martinez, Valverde at the back end of the game. And, of course, they are led by one of the best managers in the game of baseball, and that's Jim Leyland.
What a feeling of satisfaction for everyone in the organization, especially Jim Leyland, who gives his star first baseman a big hug. And I'm sure there are more to come. And the look on Leyland's face says it all, and the skipper is starting to tear up.
Well, you know he will. That's just what he does.
He is an emotional man who has watched his team battle all season long.
That's my closer. That's a big hug for the big fella.
And separate themselves down the stretch. What a scene here in Oakland as the Tigers seal the deal here and win the Central Division title, their first Central Division championship. And their first divisional title overall since 1987. And here they come, heading to the locker room. And you know what's awaiting the Tigers in that locker room.
They're going to tear it up.
They are indeed. Justin Verlander waving to the crowd on his way to the dugout.
Getting the hats, getting the T-shirts.
And Doug Fister, what more, Rod, can you say about Doug Fister tonight? This guy was absolutely astounding, and since being acquired from the Seattle Mariners has been unbelievable.
He has been the best pickup at the trade deadline of anybody in baseball this year. That's how good Fister has been. Efficient, fills up the strike zone, 3 quality pitches. What a deal that was made by David Dombrowski to bring him into the fold.
And Jim Leyland has plenty of hugs to pass around here tonight as the Tigers make their way up the tunnel and into the winning clubhouse as Central Division champions for 2011. And what a feeling for this ball club that just quite simply outdistanced themselves between the rest of the pack. They put together a 12-game win streak down the stretch, and they win it here tonight 3-1. And the celebration continues on the field and eventually into the clubhouse as well. And the skipper now will make his way up the tunnel as well and into the clubhouse in what will be a joyous scene. There is no question about that. And we will have it all for you right here on Fox Sports Detroit. And that says it all. 2011 American League Central Division champions, the Detroit Tigers.
They didn't back in either.
They did not. They needed a win tonight. They got it. And right now we go to Ryan Field. He's standing by with Doug Fister.
All right, Mario, thank you very much. The Tigers waited 24 years and 1 extra day, but they are AL Central champs. Doug Fister, a big reason why. Take us through the emotions you and your teammates out there in the field just moments ago.
You know, I mean, that's what it's all about right there. We're a team. This is a team all year. You know, the camaraderie in here. I mean, the guys are brothers. You know, I mean, we're out here fighting tooth and nail for each other, and you know, guys are playing hard for one another. That's what it's all about. That's where we're at.
Going back to the trade deadline, you were brought in here to help deliver this team a division championship. 6-1 now in the Old English D. What does it mean for you to be out here on the mound in giving this team the division title?
Hey, this is very special for me. I mean, I feel honored to be a part of this at all, and you know, these guys are a great group of guys. I love them to death already, and you know, I wouldn't trade this for the world right now.
Take us through your outing tonight. You retired 17 in a row at one point, 8 strong innings. What happened out there tonight?
This team effort tonight. That was everything. We had, you know, whether it was fly balls or ground balls, whatever it was, guys are playing hard. I mean, they're selling out. You know, you got NG flying into the stands. You know, I mean, it's a world of emotions, and these guys are tremendous guys, yeah, man, I tell you.
You told me yesterday you had never been part of a champagne celebration. Ready to get one started?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Go in there, have some fun.
Thanks, guys.
Doug Fister and the Tigers with plenty to celebrate, Mario, and you can bet the party is just getting started. Lots of Tiger fans here already getting involved in the celebration. We will send it back to you upstairs.
All right, Ryan Fister making a beeline for the Tiger clubhouse. The skipper has made his way in. We will have complete coverage of the celebration in the Tigers clubhouse, and it's going to be a big-time party. There's no question about that. They're getting their shirts, they're getting their caps, and the Tigers celebrate their first division championship since 1987. And what a fun time it is tonight here at the Coliseum in Oakland, and a well-deserved championship for this Tigers team, which will head to the playoffs for the first time since 2006, and that indeed was a magical season. But this one feels a little bit different, though, Rod. The way they did it this year was impressive.
Well, they had to hear all the whispers after the second half about the second half collapses. Jim Leland said there would be none of that. David Nabrowski continued to make move after move after move to make sure they had everything covered, and they did that. What a fun team.
And as you can see in the visiting clubhouse here at the Coliseum, the celebration has begun. And the champagne is pouring right now, and the Tigers the Tigers are having a ball right now, and boy, they should. Well, looking ahead, Rod, I mean, this is a team right now that as other teams are looking around the league, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the first in the American League to qualify for the playoffs. This is a very formidable opponent for whoever they get in the first round.
There's no debate about that. You've got Verlander at the top of the rotation. They will have a chance to set the rotation, which means he will get the ball in game one. However Jim sets it after that really doesn't matter. Whether it's Fister or Scherzer, the back end of the bullpen is intact. They've got 5 guys down there that throw 95 and above, and of course the offense is lethal. Anytime you have a Cabrera and a Victor Martinez and the rest of the cast of characters that were played so marvelously down the stretch.
You know, the Tigers won it tonight in part due to the bat of Don Kelly, who knocked in 2 of the 3 Tigers runs. And isn't that appropriate? The Tigers have won that way all season long. Everybody contributes to this team.
You have to have really nice contributions if you're going to have a championship caliber team. You think about the contributions Al Albuquerque has made, Phil Coke being a team player, going from the rotation back into the bullpen. You've had several guys playing out of positions. How about Brandon Inge? He went down to the minor leagues.
Let's listen in on some of the celebration here in the locker room.
Coliseum, Jack Keating with Justin Verlander, who's on his way to the Cy Young Award and maybe more, but this is a team night tonight. Tell me your emotions.
I can't put it into words, man. This is so exciting. We battled all year, man. This is what you played for. You know, to be here. Yeah. Like I said, hell of a year for everybody.
Put this team in some perspective for us. Your team went to the World Series in 2006. This seems to be a deeper group.
Yeah, we got a great group here. We got a great group of guys. You know, it has that feeling, you know, just that right feeling. So let's keep it going.
Is there anything better than opening champagne in a winning clubhouse?
No, there's not, John.
All right, we're going to let Justin Verlander go. We're going to let him go so he can give me just a little bit of that. So, Victor Martinez is here. Here's Victor, tell me what this means to you, joining a Tigers team after having played with the Red Sox and the Indians, but to be a big part of what this team is doing.
Man, it means a lot. It means a lot. I mean, at the end, that's what we work for. You know, we come to spring training with a lot of hopes, and then to be in this spot right now, I mean, it's priceless. You know, and we still had a lot of work to do. You know, first step completed, so here we go again.
Did the 12 wins in a row really put you over the top? Did that allow you to start thinking, all right, this team is going through something really special?
Oh, definitely. I mean, and we've been playing a great baseball. You know, we stick together through the tough time, and That's what a good team does, you know, and stick together during the long season. And here we are, man. You know, you're just celebrating what we were hoping in spring training. And we hopefully, you know, keep it going in the postseason.
And this is the way you want to win, right? You want to go out and clinch out of victory, and this was pretty impressive tonight.
Oh yeah, that's what we work for. That's what we work for, and we keep having fun.
All right, get in there and enjoy the party. We appreciate your time. Let's go across the clubhouse. Ryan Field is with Delman Young. Ryan?
All right, thank you very much, Delman Young. I guess your first reaction is pretty cold when it hits you, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's the only time I like cold substances on my body right now. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully we can do this 3 more times this year, and just glad to hurry up and get this out the way.
Talk about the emotions right now in this clubhouse. That says it all right there, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun right now. We can, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a terrible interview right now, but it's a lot of fun right now.
Boy, that stuff, that burns when it gets in your face.
Oh, yeah. You never want anything to get in your eye.
This isn't anything new for you. You've been through a lot of these with the Twins, but the fact that you guys got this out of the way, is that how important is that right now? You can start focusing on the next step.
It's good. Now you can set up the rotation. You can get guys days off here now and then, and we can look forward to trying to get home for the advantage and who we're going to play in the first round.
Finally, Pfister was huge tonight. You and Bettamy have stepped up as well as Paulie. Talk about those contributions you guys have made for this team.
It's great, you know, that every guy that they brought in has had a significant part of this team winning. So that's all you can ask for the front office, that the players that you get come out and contribute.
Go have some fun.
All right, thank you.
Delman Young and the Tigers celebrating. Back to you.
All right, Ryan, thanks. With Scuba Man, Brandon Andrew, who came dressed for the party tonight. Congratulations, as the longest tenured Tiger and a guy who has seen this team go to a World Series. What does this mean to you?
It means a lot, you know. I mean, obviously, having struggles in the past with the team, you know, right now being able to clinch this early, that's impressive to us. And we're, you have fun no matter what when you do this. So I'm really proud of everyone this year. I kind of feel like, have some ups and downs, but it's been a great season.
Did you get nervous at the end of tonight's game just knowing what was at stake, or perhaps, you know, what achievement could be attained here in Oakland?
I mean, more excited. I wouldn't say nervous, just because of, you know, the situation we're in. You know, it wasn't down to the wire. Honest to God, 163 that year was more nerve-wracking than this. You know, obviously we didn't get it tonight. We'd get it sooner or later. But, you know, it's good to get it out of the way right now so we can move on and, you know, set our sights ahead.
You and I have chatted about everything you've gone through this year. Based on...
You cheater!
Doug Pfister accusing Brandon Inge of cheating. All right, based on what you have been through, does the champagne taste a little bit sweeter?
Yes. Yes, it really does. It doesn't feel so good in the eyes.
No, it does.
But it definitely does. You know, I learned from previous experiences. Obviously, I'm going to start bringing my own equipment now, but it didn't help. So it's more funny than anything. But.
All right, well, let's go ahead and look ahead now that we've wrapped up the division title.
That's right.
Does this team have a world championship in them?
Oh, of course we do. You know, I mean, if we didn't think we could do it, then, you know, we may as well not even be in this situation. We came here prepared. You know, we got our job done this year. Now it's time to set our sights and move on.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. Give me a look. Give me a look. Jack, give me a look.
There's Brandon in. And Phil Koch has paid a visit. Let's go across the way where Ryan Field is standing by with Magglio Ordonez. Ryan?
All right, thank you very much. Mags, you're one of 5 guys here from 2006. You lost the division on the last day of 06. You lost the division in game 163 in 09. To finally get that division title, what does that mean for you?
It means a lot, you know. The last year they won the division, it's in 87, and we feel really proud to make that accomplishment, you know. And now we gotta keep going, you know. We got a great team, we have a good pitching, we're good hitters, and you know, we're having a good time. And now it's time to enjoy and try to win the World Series too.
And the way this team is going, it seems the sky is the limit at this point.
Well, you know, all the teams are good too. So we know we have to be focused. We have to keep playing like we're playing so far and try to win. You have a good team, and we're gonna try hard.
At what point did you know this team was special and had a chance to make it happen?
I think by the break, you know, I told this team to have a good chance to win the division because we got a lot of good pitching. We got, you know, Miguel, Verlander, you know, and keep counting, you know, and we got a great manager, you know. We got a defender support all year round, and it's why we're here.
For you guys, the 5 of you that have been here since '06, is there some unfinished business left for you guys?
Oh yeah. We didn't finish the mission we start in 2006, and you know we gotta finish that mission this year, and our goal is to win the World Series.
Does this ever get old?
No, this is fun.
Go have some fun.
Thank you.
Wagner Ordonez celebrating, and rightfully so. We'll send it back to you.
All right, from one Ryan to another with Ryan Rayburn, the Tigers probably don't clinch this early were it not for his torrid hitting of late. We just talked to Brandon Inge, who's had sort of an up-and-down season as well. Based on yours, this has to be particularly special.
Oh, this is awesome, man. This is probably the best group of guys I've been a part of. It's just awesome for the organization, everything. You know, this is just unbelievable. It's great right now.
You knew that you were going to warm up, right? Because that's kind of your history. That's your track record.
Yeah, I know. I need to try and figure out a way to change that a little bit.
We'll worry about that next spring.
Yeah, we'll worry about that later. Right now, we're going to have fun and enjoy what we just accomplished.
All right, well, you know, you closed it out with a win. How much scoreboard watching were you doing, and how much did you not want the Indians to determine when you clinched?
You know, we couldn't determine what those guys did. You know, we've been playing great all year. You know, it was all determined on how we play, and you know, we knew it was a matter of time, and it was glad to get this thing over.
Right, it smells like champagne and cigars in here. Is that about as good as it gets?
Oh, this is unbelievable. I think the best thing now is just keep on rolling. Let's see how far this will take us.
All right, there's a day game tomorrow. I don't think anybody in here is worried about that tonight.
No, I think we're good to go. Right. We're going to have fun tonight.
All the guys who might not play so much can probably consider themselves penciled into the lineup tomorrow. All right, the guy who created this team is Dave Dombrowski. He's the one who made some trades at the deadline. Maybe the final icing on the cake. Dave Dombrowski with Ryan Field.
Good job. Dave, congratulations.
Thank you.
Dave Dombrowski, the president, general manager. The guy's got you pretty good already.
They got me pretty good, but that's all right. We'll take it. It's worth it. It's a special moment.
Yeah, it never felt so good. Talk about your emotions, putting this team together and having things come to fruition up to this point.
Well, it's just a great feeling. We got such a great group of guys, and we played so well down the stretch, and you can tell we've really melded and meshed as a group. So it's one of those where it's been a good year so far, and now we want to do more.
Don Kelly, 2 of the 3 RBIs, a guy who doesn't play all that much, but isn't really what this team is all about, the sum of all of its parts and everybody contribute.
Well, that's what happens with this team, and I think that's what's good. We got a lot of stars on it, but we got a lot of players who that contribute, that are part of this, and Donnie's a prime example. He does the job whenever he's called upon, and he fits with what Jim does all the time. He mixes and matches, and he was the big guy for us today.
So was Doug Fister, along with Delman Young, guys you brought in, Wilson Bettamy. Talk about the contributions those guys have made for your club.
Well, they've been great, and it's a tribute to our scouts and our people that made those recommendations, and they're not here sharing in this moment, but they're the ones that make those recommendations and make it work for us, and the players that come through the system with the people in player development. So it's a great time for the organization, and also to the support you get from Mr. Illich, from Mr. I. He's the one that allows us to do this, and he had to go back because unfortunately he's got to go to the funeral tomorrow, but it's one of those where I know he's here in spirit. He was out here last night, and for everything that he does for us, we're thankful we can bring him this moment.
The funeral for former wing Brad McCrimmon. Your team has won a World Series before. You've been a part of a World Series before. How do you like how these guys match up going forward?
Well, we've got a good ball club. And
championship, and they're breaking all kinds of vices. We're smoking and drinking in the visitors' clubhouse. Max Scherzer is alongside. You came over from the Diamondbacks, and it was with the Tigers that your career really got some traction. This is as good as it gets, yeah?
This is as good as it gets. This is one of my best baseball memories in my life. To be able to come with this team and be able to go out to this season, be able to do what we've accomplished and be able to do the things that we've been able to do, it's just an awesome feeling. And to be able to drink champagne and smoke cigars, man, there's nothing better.
How much are you sort of taking all this in to the hard drive that's in your head right now?
Man, this is going to be a lifelong memory. You just know this is a moment that doesn't come around often. You know, I've been in the league now for 3 years and haven't had this chance. And, you know, this is what you play for. You play to win, and be able to have a moment like this is very special to me.
What was the difference in this team compared to what you witnessed last year with the Tigers?
just the way we've been able to finish the season. You know, we got to such a great start last year, but we weren't able to finish it. But right now, we're playing our best baseball, and that's what we didn't do last year, and that's what we're doing this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
There's Max Scherzer. We're in pursuit of others. Let's go across the way where Ryan Field has Joaquin Benoit, the setup man extraordinaire.
Joaquin Benoit just finishing up a victory cigar. You told me before the game there was some unfinished business with you from Tampa last season. How does it feel now to be division winners here with the Tigers?
Well, it's great. It's different than what it was last year. Last year was a lot of excitement, a lot of things going on in my life. I got a baby last year at this time, so I didn't get to celebrate with the team. But at this time, I'm here. I'm with the Tigers now. We win the division, and now we're going for the second time too.
At what point did you know this team was capable of something special?
Well, when we got the trade deadline, we were like a couple games back. So we got Delman, we got Fister, we got Poli. We got some guys that were the right pieces for our team. Now you can see we 12, 13 games in front of everybody else. Now we had to go for everything.
I got to ask you about Fister. He's been huge for your team. 6-1 in a Tigers uniform, 8 strong innings tonight. Put into perspective what he has meant to your club.
It's only one word to say: quick. He's the guy who doesn't give you time for anything. I mean, normally I got a routine. I can't do it when he's pitching. So he's fast and he keeps everybody on her toes. So right now he proved that he wasn't a joke. When he came here, he's all about business, and he's proven it.
Finally, I got to ask you about your closer, the guy who comes in after you. The save streak continues here tonight. Just how impressive has he been for you this season?
He's been the same guy he ever has. He's doing his job. He's showing everybody that he's the guy who needs to be in the ninth. So he's all about his business, and all he does is just get 3 outs.
How do you like your team's chances in the postseason?
I love them. I love them. Give me the ball in the 8th, and he's in the 9th, and we're going to be fine.
Smoke still coming out of the mouth of Joaquin Benoit from his victory cigar. Go enjoy it, buddy.
Thank you.
Joaquin Benoit, the
Ryan,
Tigers,
thank you.
AL Central Division champs, first time since 1987. Back to you.
All right, as you might expect from the setup guy to the closer, and as you also might expect, there is no one having more fun in the Tigers clubhouse than Jose Valverde. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Is that smile something that will stay with you forever?
You know, this smile having spring training, because I think in spring training, I have the best team in the American League. And today, you know what I mean, this celebration, you know why? Because it clean, you know what I mean, go to the playoff, and that's what I want to. I think everybody wants to that. I think in Detroit, everybody, that's what I want to have my settlement.
Yeah, settlement, yeah.
My best guy in my bullpen. You know, I think everybody's so excited right now. Not only me, the people in Detroit. I think it's celebration too, and that's what I want to. You know what I mean? This is what I signed here for Detroit, because I know Detroit have, you know what I mean, the best thing ever.
Well, it wasn't necessarily the best team in the first half of the season because the Indians were just going crazy, but yet your team added some pieces at the trading deadline, and all of a sudden you seem to take off.
You know, everybody knows that Cleveland have, you know what I mean, good months and couple months, but after that, you know, it's not so matter how you run it. See, the guy behind, they have a good late. And that's what happened for the Tigers, you know what I mean? We run a little late, but now it's in the frame. And I think that's what happened, that's what everybody's doing. But now I have a couple time, good back, but now it's doing good. Marcel doing good. All my guys in the bullpen doing good. Belander, 23 wins, you know. Maxi, Porcello, so you remember Porcello last year, you know, you don't do so good for this year. So you check how many wins you have this year. I think, you know what I mean, this is the best thing, and I played forever, and I want to finish all my career here in Detroit.
Well, you already set the Tigers record for the most saves, and by the way, they're consecutive saves. This has to be just the icing on a very, very impressive cake.
You know, I think this one will stop. You know, how many games left?
Got 11 games left.
You know what I mean? Check it out. I have 5 more. I had to do a 50 straight. No bronze save. You know what I mean? Not only for Detroit, not only for the fans, you know, for everybody. You know, because I say, Mariano, all these guys, but I feel I'm the best in what I'm doing.
All right, in the afterglow of a championship, Jose Valverde says he's got 50 saves in him this year. Let's go across the way. Rod Allen visiting with Alex Avila.
Before we start talking about the team, I mean, I know you want to say something to Ralph. I know you want to say something to your grandmother, your mom, everybody that's not here because they're so special in your life. Talk about that before we talk baseball.
Well, they better be coming to the playoffs, that's for sure. But this is just a great day. Great to be spending it with my dad. Can't wait to see the rest of my family. I mean, we got a great team. This has been a great season. We still got a lot of work to do, though.
How about how this team played down the stretch? I mean, 13-14, and that's unbelievable to really get into the postseason. Talk about that run for a second.
Well, I mean, you know, we knew what we had to do. We had to win games, and, you know, we just took it one game at a time, trying to do the best we can to win every single game. We got some great pitching. We got hot as a team as far as offensively, and you know, just did everything right.
I mean, where'd you really learn to handle yourself like such a professional? I mean, you're basically a rookie in the big leagues. Your second year, but you handle yourself like a 10-year veteran.
Well, I mean, I got a lot of people that I'm learning from. I grew up in baseball. A lot of great guys on this team to learn from, and you know, this is just a great day right now.
All right, brother, enjoy yourself.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Hey, tremendous season this was for the Detroit Tigers. Obviously, this has to be one of the biggest thrills for you. You're still a very, very young player in the big leagues, but describe what this means to you.
I mean, just all the hard work we put in spring training and throughout the year. You know, some of the ups and downs we had to come out on top like this in the division is it's awesome. But at the same time, you know, our job's not done yet. We, you know, we set out to win a championship this year, and that's what we're going to try and do. But right now, tonight, we're going to celebrate and enjoy it.
This has been one heck of a pitching staff for the Tigers this year. Of course, Verlander is at the top, but everybody behind him has seemingly fed off Justin Verlander. Do you find that guys are feeding off each other?
I definitely think so. You know, Justin's been great all year, and you know, he's definitely led us to this point. But you know, Doug's come in and done a great job, and Max and myself have pitched well at times, and same with Brad. And you know, this is you know, I think it's just been a good team effort. Everybody's contributed, so it's been a great ride so far, and hopefully we can continue it.
This is the ultimate for guys who obviously want to get to the postseason, eventually want to win a championship. For you, you've only been in the big leagues for 3 seasons now. Can you describe what this feeling is like to get there this quickly?
Feels pretty good. I want more of it. I want more. You know, this is something that drives you to want to keep getting here. You know, you want to get better and continue this years to come.
Rick, congratulations. Good job, buddy. All right, Rick Porcello, let's go back to you.
All right, Mario, thanks. Yeah, Rick Porcello's got to get to bed. He's starting tomorrow. I'm with Don Kelly, who was tonight's hero, with an appearance from Magglio Ordonez, a little bit of a cameo. Does anybody in this clubhouse given any thought to tomorrow's game?
I don't think so. We're just enjoying the moment tonight. It's been a long season so far. We've been playing really well lately and just enjoying this.
For a guy like yourself, you have to kind of pick your spots. To have a night like this that leads to a party like this, is this your best baseball moment?
It is, for sure. I mean, just enjoying it. It's been great throughout this run, and just to come out tonight and clinch, and it worked out perfect.
Put the team's depth in some perspective for us, because probably no one has a better sense of that than you do.
You know, everybody steps up. I mean, what Santiago has been doing lately, Rayburn, you know, when I get in there, try to do something, and you know, we've got the guys stepping up consistently. Miggy, Justin, Papa Grande, Victor. I mean, you go on and on. Alex, we've had a tremendous year, and you know, you just try to get in there and do something when you get an opportunity.
One of the team members told me that the team seemed a little tight this afternoon, perhaps knowing what was at stake here. Did you sense that?
You know, I don't think it was tight. I mean, once we saw that Cleveland won that game, and you know, it honestly worked out the best way. For us to come out and win, you don't want to clinch with losing.
Congratulations, DK. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, John.
There's Don Kelly, tonight's hero, and there have been so many over the course of this division-winning season. We know you want to hear from the manager of the Tigers, Jim Leland, now with Mario and Pemba. Mario.
All right, we're here with skipper Jim Leland. Skip, you've been through these before. This one has to feel extra sweet. Obviously, this is a ball club that separated themselves from the rest of the pack down the stretch. But can you put into words how proud you are of this club?
Well, I am. You know, I'm kind of emotional right now, but I am. Definitely, because we met the challenges head on. You know, we had 12 games recently with the White Sox and the Indians, and we won all 12. I mean, that's really hard to believe. So I am, and you know, you always find a way that every one of them special, and I think you separate them, and this will be as special as any of them, but you separate them, you know, and you don't try to compare this with obviously with winning a World Series or winning your first one. I think the one against the Cardinals in 1990 when we came so far from the Pirates and we were the last place club and we took it over, and you know 4 or 5 years later we won a division. But this is wonderful. I mean, you know, 2 times, actually 3 times postseason. Counting the game against Minnesota, I'm thrilled. I mean, it's a great organization. It's very well run. We have the best ownership. And when I say the best, I don't know, maybe somebody's as good, but there's nobody better than Mr. Ilitch. We're very fortunate. And our general manager, what a hell of a job he did, trading deadline and post-trading deadline, to add some really quality people and players to our team is just fantastic.
Jim, you've preached all season long that it takes 25 guys to win a championship, and that certainly, I think, is most appropriate that Don Kelly knocks in 2 of your 3 runs tonight. But talk about how important it is for you to keep guys involved and how proud you are of guys that maybe are not Miguel Cabrera or not Victor Martinez that have stepped up and done a great job this year.
Well, I mean, you have to always be careful what you say because you don't want somebody to misinterpret it, because without Victor and Cabrera, we got no chance. Donnie Kelly wouldn't have had the chance to be a hero tonight. But I do believe that I'm as happy for him as anybody, because this is something that, you know, he's not going to win a Gold Glove. He's never going to win a batting title. He's going to fight his fanny off all the time to make a team, but this will be a special memory for him forever, and it couldn't happen to a better guy.
You've had some great players, and you have some great players on this team. Justin Verlander obviously is headed for a Cy Young. Miguel Cabrera certainly MVP worthy this season, but this is a core of players this year that has taken you a long, long way, and it has to be a joy to be able to write in some of the names in this lineup.
Yeah, well, I felt all along that we got really nice pieces, you know. Donnie Kelly's part of those, Rayburn's part of it, Santiago, look how he stepped up. You got to have the star players, and we do have that, but you also have to have that complement of players that knows how to get you over the hump, that can contribute when they're called on. And that's pretty much, when you have a winning team, that usually happens, and that's what's happened with us. And by the way, thank you to all the fans back in Detroit. I doubt that you're up right now. I don't know, maybe you are, but thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. I mean that. I can't tell you how proud I am of you guys.
A quick break, and we'll toss it to Mickey York in our Call Sam studios. Mick.
All right, John, thank you, and we expect that the best is yet to come. The celebration will continue next here on Tigers Live. Many more champagne showers coming up for you. You don't have to work tomorrow, so go ahead and stay up late with us. We'll have post-game reactions for you from Oakland that includes an emotional Jim Leland, as you saw there. We'll look back on the highlights from the clincher, that and more, as we let the good times roll next on Tigers Live.
We got a call today about that slow U-verse 3 meg plan.
You know, for the discerning connoisseur of DS